Good morning. I'm going to wait a little bit and see who all comes in. And yes, my title is real. It is not clickbait. So I'll have an open panel if you want to come up and join me and talk about it. Um, Again, like I said, my title is not clickbait. I went through some pretty rough days, pretty rough nights just recently, last week. Well, this week's still not over, and my days ran into nights. My nights ran into days. I lost track of how many days it had been. So yeah, this is not clickbait. This is real. This is real life. My daughter was missing. I could not locate her. Her father could not locate her. We did reach out to law enforcement. I said a lot of prayers. I I just want to talk about what it feels like. It's happened to me before when my granddaughter went missing when she was a teenager. And then again this week when I could not locate my daughter. Going into Thanksgiving, knowing that she always comes over on the evening before Thanksgiving and helps me get some things baked. And we normally have a taco dinner. So I had gotten everything prepared that we were going to be baking. And instead, I had a missing daughter, a missing child, my only child, an empty chair where she should have been sitting. I was beside myself. I'm sorry if you hear my furnace kicking on. It's very cold here. We have some light snow, so you're probably going to hear my furnace. But I even welcome open panel this morning. I know I'm not true crime, and I've always said I'm not true crime. But I do visit the true crime channels from time to time, and there's a few that I really do like. And as a mother who went through a really, really rough week, I want to thank each and every single true crime channel that is out there putting out facts, because facts matter when you're trying to locate someone, when you're trying to get answers. So, for everyone that's out there debunking misinformation and false accusations and just putting out rubbish, and you all are coming in there to debunk all of that and bring facts and be respectful to the missing person that's missing, but also to the family and loved ones of the missing person. LE, law enforcement, did work with me and my husband, and thankfully, my daughter was located and she is safe. I don't want to go into the personal details of the case. That's my daughter's story to tell, not mine. But my story is new, a new wound. And again, I've spoken about missing persons and that you really, really should be respectful. And to the ones that I did reach out to in YouTube that did offer help and prayers, I just want to say thank you for offering your help, offering to use your platforms to help me in my time of need. But when my daughter, I could not locate her. She is my only child. It was days and nights. I cried. I prayed. I followed facts. I needed to find my missing child. And it was days and weeks and a week that I do not wish on any family. And right here at the holidays, all I could think of was, where is she? What am I not doing that I can't find her? And like I said, I had faith in law enforcement. They did work with me. And even though myself and her father have been divorced for over 30 years, anytime that it has anything to do with my daughter, our daughter, not my child, our child, we have always put our differences aside and put our daughter first. And he did work with me, and I was so grateful. Even though he was worried and concerned, he was calm, which helped me to stay calm. My husband is my rock. He was amazing. And like I said, it was this is new. This is what I just went through. And I see so many people using platforms for clicks and views over a missing person, whether it be a child or whether it be an adult. Please use your platforms to advocate for the missing with respect, respect for the missing person, respect for the family, respect for their loved ones. This is real life. It is not just somebody on the TV or someone sitting behind a screen for clicks and views. They're going to use the missing to grow their platform or for financial gain. This happens every day. People go missing, and the family and the loved ones of the missing deserve respect. They deserve their missing persons case. If you're following it, if you're putting it on your platform, please, I'm asking you to use facts, not rumors, not false information, not something for clicks, views, and monetary gain to grow your channel and to make money. Whenever someone goes missing in your life, what I just went through, first I was trying to reach out to my daughter, and I thought maybe she just was not feeling well because she had not been feeling well. So I tried multiple times to just reach out to her through phone. And through other sources like Facebook, because we always Facebook. But when I could not get a response, my heart dropped. It sank. I didn't know where to begin looking. I didn't know what to think when I couldn't find my daughter. And like I said, this didn't happen years ago. This happened this week. This week. My daughter always answers or returns a call, even if she's resting, if she's not feeling well, or if she's busy. But I did not want to continue to try to call or reach out to her on social media and take the possibility of draining her phone battery in case she was in trouble and we needed to use her phone to ping her location. And I also instructed her father not to continue to call or send messages in case we did need to ping her phone, if that was a last resort. And I understand how people can get frustrated. Even with law enforcement, you can get frustrated, but they're just doing what they are allowed to do in their capability. They can't go outside their scope of work and title. And that to me was a little frustrating because I wanted them to find my daughter, find her quick. And just because I'm asking for that doesn't mean that it's going to happen. Days passed, nights passed. I had an emptiness that I cannot explain. I was overwhelmed with emotions. It's not easy to be in that position where you're the mother of a child. And yes, she's a grown adult, but she's still my child, my only child. And she was missing. There was no way for me to get in touch with her. There was no way for her father to get in touch with her. But I did what I felt was the right thing to do. I contacted law enforcement. I gave them all the information that I had, and they started to help me to locate my daughter. And my daughter is in another state, so that made it even harder for me to try to find my daughter and locate my daughter, because you're working with a different agency in a different state. So that's a little more complicated. I turn my camera on here so you can see that it's real and it's me. And I apologize for all the light. And right now I have my little one, and he is resting on my lap. So, yes, this is real and it is me. And yes, I apologize for all the bright light behind me. I'll try and move it a little bit. There we go. Hopefully that helps somewhat. Oops. Try and do this without making too much noise. But yes, it's really me. It's real. My daughter was missing. It was a long week when you want answers and you want them now and you can't get them. That's really hard. So if there's a family out there that has a loved one missing, I feel your pain. I understand. I won't ever use my platform to bring forth any case of a missing person by bringing forth false accusations, rumors, misinformation. And like I said, I was lucky, even though my chair was empty. I had an empty chair where my daughter should have been this Thanksgiving. My daughter was located. And like I said, I don't want to go into exactly everything. That is my daughter's story to tell. But as a mother, I don't care how old your child is. If your child is an infant, a toddler, a teenager, or an adult, they're still your child. And when something happens that you cannot locate your child, fear sets in, and it sets in pretty quick. And no, I don't have makeup on. So if you came here to see if I have makeup on or how well I look, well, I don't. I don't have any makeup on. And yeah, my face is probably still a little puffy, and my eyes are probably puffy from crying. It's been a rough week. So if there's anybody out there that wants to talk about what I'm going through, what I felt, of course, like I said, I'm not going to get into everything about the case, my daughter's case. That will be her story to tell. But I can tell you as a mother exactly what I felt, exactly what I went through, and what I'm still going through. It's it's not easy. But I do again want to thank the platforms that I did visit that immediately offered to help me by putting my daughter's information on their platforms to help me locate my daughter. Again, I want to thank you. That was so kind of you. I don't know any of you, only in chat, but I do want to thank you. And I want to thank your audience for their prayers, because my prayers were answered and they did locate my daughter. So I feel I feel blessed, very blessed. And I'm a little rough here this morning. I'm just sitting here with my sweater and with my fur baby and a lot of questions that eventually will get answered. But when you have somebody missing, the last thing that you need is for someone to start harassing you or blaming you. Did you do something? Could you have done something that caused this? Please be respectful. You can be so respectful and so helpful, even if you're a stranger, even if you've never met these people. You don't have a clue who they are. I really feel that social media is a really good thing, can be used for so much good. And if I had not been able to locate my daughter as quickly as I did, I have to question if I would have even went to social media to ask for help with everything that I've seen. Would I want my family and my child exposed to all of that? And then at the same time, you feel so helpless. You just want to find your child. You want to locate your child. And like I said, no, my title's not clickbait. Yes, I had a missing child. And this is not old news. This is this week, which this week has still not ended. I still don't think I'm completely rested back up yet. I tried to do little things to keep me occupied this week so that I wouldn't worry so much. And it seemed like the more that I wanted to try to do, which was like getting things ready for Thanksgiving. What was I going to fix for our meal? It made it even harder because I knew that I was including my daughter in our Thanksgiving meal, and I couldn't find her. When I called, she wouldn't answer the phone. When I sent messages, she wouldn't respond. Just silence for days. Silence. So, yeah, I had an empty chair for Thanksgiving this year. But my daughter was found. She was located and she's safe. So I'm very lucky. I'm very grateful. And I'm very thankful. That's what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving. I'm thankful that my daughter was located. So on Thanksgiving, I whispered a prayer for every family out there that's missing a loved one. I know what I went through this week. I can't even imagine your pain. At least my daughter was located. And I hope and I pray with all my heart that your missing loved one is located. And you might hear my dishwasher in the background. And like I said, I didn't put on makeup. I didn't try to get all dolled up to come on here and to talk about something that was very important. I feel that it's very shameful and disrespectful for anyone. And I don't care who you are, I don't care how big your platform is. If you're using your platform and you are disrespecting any person that's lost, missing, if you're disrespecting any loved ones of the missing or their family, shame on you. What you been? This is my fur baby. This is Ryder. I'm so grateful that I had Ryder. He kept me busy. Please listen to the words that I'm saying. Hear this from a heart that's all overwhelmed. Hear this from someone who spent a long, long week looking for answers. Please be kind to the missing. Be respectful to the missing. Be respectful to their families. And again, I just want to say thank you to all the platforms that stand up for the truth, that only bring facts when there's a case, because facts are what's important. Facts are what help to find the missing. Facts is what helped find my missing child. We followed facts, not rumors, not false accusations, not false information. We followed facts. And I worked with law enforcement. And I'm very, very grateful that they did find my daughter and that she is safe. I don't want to disclose anything else about that case. That's my daughter's story to tell. But it takes a lot of strength. Sometimes strength you don't have when something like this happens. And you don't know where you're gaining that extra strength. It's like you pull up strength from somewhere that you didn't even know that you had within yourself. And scenarios go through your mind, both good and bad. And sometimes the longer it stretches out, the bad scenarios, you can definitely go over bad scenarios in your mind. Oh, he's a little active this morning now. He says, I'm awake. Hello, everybody. My name is Ryder. Say, I keep mommy company. Yes, I do. Oh, get mommy kisses. Lude, you're gonna have a bad hair day. All that static in your bed. I just wanted to come on here this morning and talk real life. And to remind people, you wanna go get you a drink. Go get you a drink. I don't think you know exactly what you want this morning. No. But I'm definitely not a professional. I'm just starting out with all these lives on YouTube and oh, I know, baby. I know. Mommy's buddy, aren't you? Yes, you are. Here, let me get you something to chew on. Here you go. He's cutting teeth. His little teeth hurt. Say my little teethers hurt. But again, like I said, if you have a missing person, you definitely want facts. You want people following the facts. You don't need false accusations, misinformation. But I'm not going to stay on here very long this morning. The little one's a little uncomfortable here cutting his teeth. But if you are the platforms out there that you know I'm talking about, continue to do what you're doing. Call out all these people that are putting out false accusations, misinformation. especially in any missing person. It's real. It's real life. It's serious. It's not a game. I think Puppy might have to go do his little stuff here. See if I can move this around a little bit. Hopefully I don't make too much noise. Set this down here. Okay. Oops. There. Chair pulled out. Maybe if we try a different angle here, he'll be a little better. I'm kind of limited on where I'm moving to because we are remodeling, and it's been a process. It has definitely been a process. We have Kitty coming over to check us out. And I just hope that you do use kindness and respect. And remember, these are real people going through real life situations. And that's like me this week. It wasn't easy. I'm still tired, mentally, emotionally, and I'm sure it shows. But I'm not here for some photo op. I'm not here to gain clicks and views and grow a channel. I'm here to talk about real life. And all the things that happen when you have a missing person. What's your first steps? What do you do? With me, I was reaching out and I could not get any answer back. And that was just so unusual for that to happen. That was just not normal. I'm moving the phone around a little bit because we still have Wee One here. Yes. And say good morning, everybody. So I'm trying to keep mommy company. Yes, I am. So I keep mommy occupied. Yes. Ryra's such a blessing. Really. I was really glad that we made the choice to allow him into our home. And I think that I'm really glad that not we chose him, but he chose us to be his mommy and daddy. Turn it down. So if you are out there dealing with anything today, I hope that you find the strength that you need. I hope that you have family and friends that you can contact. Looks a little crooked here. Moving around again. reach out to somebody if you're going through something like this. If you do have someone that's missing, reach out to loved ones, reach out to friends, family. And I pray for your missing person to be brought home safe. I pray that you have answers soon. I understand your pain. It's not easy, but I tried to go through this as calmly as I could. I had a notebook and I took notes. And when was the last time that I spoke to my daughter? Where was she? Where was she going? I remembered that she was talking to me on a social platform and we were doing a Snapchat and she was walking. And I remembered exactly where she was walking to and where she was headed to. And then I contacted all the local hospitals to make sure that she was not in a hospital, that she was uh, not sick, because she was not feeling well. She was ill, and I wanted to make sure that she had not been checked into a hospital, was not receiving treatment. And then I contacted everyone I could think of that she would be contacted, because my child is an adult. She is grown, but again, she is still my child, my only child. And whenever she was not responding to any phone calls or messaging, no messages, no response, no video chats, everything just stopped. So I had to go back and remember exactly, did I, do I remember what she was wearing when she was talking to me on the video? To remember what part of town she was in? How close was she to where she was going? Because she was going to a particular place that day. Because she was sick. She was having problems breathing. Her lungs sounded terrible. So then I was trying to remember exactly how close was she. Was she there? Was she a block away? Was she 2 blocks away? So I went back to the last place that I remember that she was going. And then I had to start taking notes. Would I remember anything in that conversation that she may have said that could be a fact that I could use for her location? Not that I think that she might be here, or I think that she might have went there. What could I actually relay to law enforcement as fact, not speculation? When you have someone missing, it's real life. It's not somebody with their face on YouTube behind a keyboard. It's real life. And anyone out there that's being disrespectful, or anyone that's missing, I have absolutely nothing but distaste for you. If you're using the missing to profit, I have distaste for you. There are so many people missing. Every single day, people go missing. And when platforms focus on just the ones that they feel are going to get them the most clicks and views, how dare you? I mean, that's so disrespectful. It's disrespectful to all the missing persons, child, adult, any missing. But I am not an advocate. I'm not a child advocate. I don't advocate for people that are missing. I'm not true crime. I am paranormal. And with my channel, I wanted to come out and say the same thing. It's just like with any other subject, just like with true crime and true crime platforms. There is paranormal platforms that fake everything and they put out false information. Even in the history of the particular place that they're at, they will use misinformation. They will try to put in something that gives them more clicks and views. And that's why I started my channel, is basically to debunk a lot of this, and that it's very important to know that there really is, in my opinion, paranormal. Is it real? Yes. Have I experienced it? Unfortunately, yes. Did I want the paranormal in my life? No. Did I go looking for it? No. And then when I see people, excuse me, faking things, putting out false information for clicks and views, it's very upsetting. It's upsetting to people that have experienced something, and then to see people out there making basically a mockery of what you can actually prove, that you have tried everything scientifically with experiments, with equipment, with everything that you could to prove that this was something besides paranormal. And then you see someone out there faking it. It's the same thing with true crime. It's the same thing with missing persons. This is real life, people. It's real life. If you want to help somebody, then please be respectful. You never know when this could happen to you or one of your family members or one of your loved ones. And it's not something that you want to wish on anybody. Nobody. Well, I don't want to stay on here very much longer. I just wanted to come on here again and say that, yes, my title is real. It's not clickbait. Yes, my daughter was missing this week. Yes, it was really tough. It was a long week. This is real life. But thank goodness my daughter was found safely. And it will be her story to tell, not mine. The only thing I'm saying, and the only thing that I'm even on here for is to explain what it feels like to have a missing person. And this was this week, going into Thanksgiving. So yeah, my title was not clickbait. My only child was missing. I'm still exhausted. Days later since she's been found safe. I'm still exhausted. And a missing child doesn't have to be an infant, a toddler, a teenager. Your child is your child. My child was an adult. She is an adult. Not past tense, present. She is an adult. But we could not locate her. I could not locate her. Her father could not locate her. It was a long week. Missing persons are real. This is real life. There's real pain. There's real anger. There's real frustration. And maybe I should have waited a little bit longer to come on before I tried to come on here and talk about this. But people need to understand when someone goes missing, you feel so helpless. There's only so much you can do. There's only so many places you can think of. There's only so many people you can talk to. There's so little that you can actually do, especially if you're in another state like I was. I'm in a different state and my daughter's missing. And I know that with Thanksgiving this week, my daughter's going to call me. She's going to answer my phone calls or a message. Silence. That's what I had, silence. Every time my phone would ring, I would grab my phone and hope, and it wasn't her. I don't think I slept very much at all this week, and it probably shows. And I really don't care. I'm not here for a glamour shot. I'm here to explain the pain that you feel when someone goes missing in your life, especially if it's your child. And I honestly don't think, after everything I've seen on social media, that I would have came to social media as bad as I have to say that, to ask for help, because I would not want my daughter being disrespected. And I would not want to have been disrespected while I was looking for my lost child, a missing child. And it's sad. That's really sad. But whenever I was in a couple platforms and I asked for prayer, I'm so grateful to those platforms that offered to help. I want to thank you for that. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for the offer of help. But if I felt this way, how are other families going to feel after they've seen what they've seen on YouTube? How cases get with a missing person? How people are using their platforms for clicks and views and money. And in the midst of all of it, the missing person gets lost. I've seen it. I've been monitoring some true crime, and I've seen so much false information and accusations just because someone goes missing doesn't give you the right to disrespect that person or their family in any way. If you want to help, please use facts. If you do, use your platform. And if you have any information, please contact their local law enforcement, their local FBI. Work with the authorities to help this family find answers. Because it's really hard when you don't know. You don't know where they are. You don't know where to look. You've looked everywhere you can look and you're exhausted. I'm sorry. It's been a long week. It's been a really long week. But I'm lucky. My daughter was located. She's safe. Thank God she's safe. I don't have all the answers. Right now, I feel like I don't have any answers other than I understand. I understand your pain if you have a missing person out there. I understand your anger, your frustration. And I just hope and pray that if someone sees this, maybe it will touch their heart and they'll use their platforms to advocate for the missing with respect, that they'll respect the family and allow law enforcement to do their job. I know sometimes it doesn't seem like they're doing anything. I went through that. I was like, what are you doing? Why aren't you doing something? You get frustrated. And I was the one who called to get help from law enforcement. But they can't answer your questions because they don't know. You have to allow them time to do their job. And just because it doesn't look like they're not doing anything, or you don't see them doing anything, or they're not letting you know that they're doing anything, they are doing their job. They're following leads and they're trying to find answers. And I'm very grateful to law enforcement. They were so patient with me and they helped find my daughter, locate my daughter, and bring her home safe. So, anyway, that's how I spent my week. That's how I spent my whole week. And yes, I had an empty chair for Thanksgiving. But at least I know that my daughter is safe And hopefully that chair won't be empty next holiday. We all have struggles. But reach out to somebody. Let them know that you're having problems, that you need help. Somebody will answer the phone if you reach out, or if you send a message. Somebody will listen. And I want to send out special prayers to everyone that has someone missing right now. I pray that you find answers, that your loved one is found safe. I'm a mess. I'm sorry. It's been really tough. But anyway, I'm not going to stay on here very much longer. But thank you to law enforcement for everything that you did. I'm grateful that I had my husband who stood by me, who helped keep me calm, who helped to work with law enforcement. I'm grateful that I have an ex-husband, my daughter's father. And like I said, even though we'd been divorced over 30 years, we put our daughter first. But we always have. And I'm very grateful that he was able to work with me and talk with me, because that gave me more information. Have you talked to our daughter? When was the last time that you talked to her? What was she doing? What was her mood? Was she with anybody? You know, there's so many things that you have to have these answers to these questions before you can even contact law enforcement to get involved. I'm going to turn my camera off for a minute. I'm sorry. It's been really rough. Been a very rough week. This can be an open panel. If somebody wants to come up and talk, you're more than welcome. I don't know if I can get my link to work. I'm not sure how to actually do that. Let me try here. I don't think I can actually comment on my phone. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can flip my phone around. Well, here's more. There we go. No, I think I can do it now. Oops, I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, let me see if I can do that. There we go. I'm a mess right now. I'm sorry. Okay, guest. Okay. There we go. And if anybody wants to come up, there's the link. You're more than welcome to come up and talk to me. But please be respectful. It's been a long week. I'm tired. I just want everyone to understand that when someone goes missing, it's real. It's real life. It's not a movie. It's not something on television that you can just sit back and watch and change the channel if you want to. When someone goes missing and it's your loved one, it's real life. It's really hard. I was getting to the point where I couldn't remember what if I had asked certain questions. I couldn't remember who I'd talked to. I couldn't even remember what day was the last day that I talked to my daughter who was missing. I had to go back through my phone. I had to try and look at who I had contacted when I contacted them. I don't think people realize, unless it has happened to you, it's really hard for you to understand what a person is going through when they are desperately trying to find someone that is missing. It's really hard. And I did not want to have Thanksgiving dinner because I knew that I was going to have an empty chair. But I was very thankful that law enforcement did help me locate my daughter and that she was safe. So my husband and I had Thanksgiving dinner. It was not the Thanksgiving dinner that I had imagined, and I don't ever want to go through Thanksgiving dinner like that again. And I know I'm not the only one. There's probably many families, many families that are going through the holidays and they have somebody missing, a child, a loved one. God bless you and God bless your family. I pray that you have the strength that you need. I pray that you find answers. And I pray that your loved one is returned to you safely. Life is not easy. But it's a lot easier if you can depend on people to stand beside you when you are really in need of someone to stand beside you, to hold you up. Aw, Ryder's having puppy dreams. He's sleeping. So if you hear him, that's that he's having little puppy dreams. Oh, that's precious. Aw. But I'm grateful that I have my husband who stays calm when I could not be calm. He was calm. When I ran out of ideas, he came up with ideas to help me. Have you checked this? Have you looked at that? Have you done this? Have you done that? That's what you need in your life when you have somebody missing. They become your strength, they become your helper. And yes, they become your protector to make sure that you are protected. Because whenever something like that happens, I know I myself was tired. I was exhausted. So he wanted to make sure that I was safe. So I don't understand if there's somebody missing and someone seems like they're being overprotective of a family member or person that has a missing loved one. I understand that firsthand. And I'm glad that my husband has the strength that he has because I was exhausted mentally, emotionally, and physically. I was exhausted. And if someone in your family or one of your loved ones reaches out to you, take the time to listen. Take a minute out of your day and just listen to what they're saying. It may be just something simple, but that simple little thing can mean a lot, like it did with me and my daughter while she was missing. I remembered our conversation. I remembered where she was, where she was going, what, what she was saying. I even tried to remember what was she wearing because we were on a live chat. How far was she from her destination? All these things are very important and they're facts. And that's what law enforcement needs in any case of a missing person. They need facts. And I'm so grateful that I had all those live chat experiences that day with my daughter because I could see her. I could see where she was at. I could see if there was anyone around her. I could see the destination where she was going. I could see what she was wearing. I could see whether or not that she felt like she was being intimidated or was somebody following her. Is that possibly why she's missing? I mean, there's so many things that you can take out of a conversation. And those are facts, and that's what law enforcement needs. So with that, I'm going to end. Just remember, please be kind and use facts and facts only when it comes to missing persons. And respect not only the missing person, but the missing person's loved ones. And with that, I'll say good day. I hope everybody is safe over the holidays and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.